In 2023, the global annual renewable capacity addition increased by almost 50%, the fastest growth rate over the past 2 decades. We expect this momentum to continue through the decade, aligned to the pledge taken by several countries at COP28 of tripling renewable energy by 2030. India is a rapidly growing economy, and renewables will play a crucial role in its growing energy demands. Our country has taken several policy steps to advance towards the 500 gigawatt non-fossil fuel capacity target to be achieved by 2030. The key ones include strengthening the supply chain, building the transmission network, creating storage solutions, and finally, mobilizing the capital resources to meet the significant capital outlay needed to convert this vision into a reality. At Adani Green, we remain focused on our 2030 target of 45 gigawatt, and with the latest capital raise initiatives, we are on a well-secured growth path towards this target. Let me take you through some of the important recent milestones. Post the recent shareholder approval, we have issued equity share warrants to the promoters for a total investment of rupees 9,350 crore, out of which 2,338 crore has been received and remaining amount is expected over the 18 months. We've completed JV with Total Energies for 1.05 gigawatt portfolio, thereby raising rupees 2,497 crore. We have upscaled our debt funding pool under the construction financing framework by USD $1.36 billion to USD $3 billion. Recently, we've also completed funding of reserves for entire USD 750 million holdco bond redemption, which is due in September 2024. On the overall renewable portfolio front, we have recently also completed a PPA tie-up for the entire 8 gigawatt manufacturing-linked solar tender issued by SECI, with the remaining 1.7 gigawatt recently tied up. With this, AGL now has a total portfolio of 19.8 gigawatt backed by signed PPAs. The total locked-in growth portfolio stands at 20.8 gigawatt, further including a merchant capacity of 1.01 gigawatt. Coming to operational and financial performance for 9 months ending December 2023, we have continued to have robust performance on a year-on-year basis. Our operational capacity grew at 16% to 8.4 gigawatt, with greenfield addition of 700 megawatt solar wind hybrid, 304 megawatt wind, and 150 megawatt of solar projects. Our solar portfolio CUF remained stable at 24%, whereas wind portfolio CUF showed an increase by 510 basis points to 32.2%, and solar wind hybrid portfolio CUF increased by 750 basis points to 41.5%. Backed by the robust capacity addition and improved CUF, the sale of energy increased by 59% to 16,293 million units. Backed by the strong operational performance, the revenue from power supply increased by 57% to rupees 5,794 crore. EBITDA from power supply increased by 52% to rupees 5,412 crore, with industry-leading EBITDA margins of 92%. The cash profit increased by 61% year-on-year to rupees 2,944 crore. The run rate EBITDA stands at a strong rupees 7,806 crore, with a significant improvement in net debt to run rate EBITDA, which stands at 4.9x versus 5.6x of last year. We also continue to make good progress on our ESG commitments. As a testament of our continued focus on strengthening our ESG practices across the organization, we have been ranked number 1 in Asia and amongst the top 3 globally in RE sector as per the ISS ESG ranking. Further, AGL has been ranked first in power sector in latest CRISIL ESG assessment with improved score for second consecutive year. To conclude, given the scale of renewable capacity addition that India is looking to achieve, we need to make big and bold steps to execute mega projects. AGL continues to focus on tightly controlling key resources, including capital, supply chain, and people planning, which will underpin delivery of these projects. During the last quarter, with the equity and debt capital raise, we have put in place the capital management framework for a well-secured growth path to the targeted 45 gigawatt capacity by 2030. We continue to ramp up our execution capability by focusing on resilient supply chain with deeper emphasis on localization, digitalization at scale, workforce expansion, and competency building. As we work on the world's largest renewable power plant at Khavda in Gujarat, we will create a blueprint for mega-scale RE projects across the world.